Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Stephanie Laffler, and today I am joined by some truly incredible people, and we are celebrating the International Day of Happiness. I'm so excited to have each of you on here today, especially with what's going on. It is so important to know that no matter what's going on in your life, you must create your own happiness. You can't wait for things to be better or perfect. You have to create your own happiness. And one of the ways that we spread happiness is by hosting a wall at my son's school, which you can kind of see in the background. Brock is here in person. Well, he left the room for a second. And he's also on the wall. All kinds of tricks today. It was such a beautiful thing to see the kids filling up our wall with really small acts that seem small, but they can make a huge, huge impact in the life of someone else. And I am joined today by my dear friend, Caroline, who is my business workout partner and dear friend. She's out in California hosting her own wall. And I'm going to throw it out to you, Caroline. Let's see.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Oh my gosh, what a dream come true, you guys. One of the biggest blessings of partnering up with the company we do business with, Neora, is that their sister company is Live Happy, which is strictly about promoting happiness. And I don't know what better thing to promote, especially at this given time and moment. And the Happiness Walls is something that I've embraced and hosted my group in the past 4 years. Done huge walls along with the fire department here in San Francisco, where we we stood in front of the Exploratorium, and as busloads of kids came on field trips, they wrote on our happiness walls, and we got to spread happiness that way for the past 2 years. What's incredible is almost pretty much everybody that we encountered in the streets had never heard that today is the official International Day of Happiness. And so nothing gives me more joy to be able to spread this with the rest of the world that doesn't know about it yet. What we did this year a little bit differently, as we're not leaving the house, my kids both asked some of their friends how they would spread happiness. And so we created these walls at home based on, them asking their friends on FaceTime, on Zoom, how they would spread happiness. I asked family members, my mom. And so these are the walls that we have here at home. We're going to continue to fill up our walls today as people hopefully really get the word of what we're doing and tell us how they're going to spread happiness. We're going to fill up a huge wall at our house. And with that, I really just have the extreme honor to introduce someone that has absolutely transformed my life, my family's life, not only because of him being the founder and of the company in which we do business, but really because he is the man that is leading this movement of positive psychology. He is the best-selling author of a book called The Slight Edge. He is known as the Millionaire Maker, but today he's here as the co-founder of Live Happy. He has spoken at the United Nations on the subject, and it just is an extreme, again, honor to introduce him on this call today. Jeff Wilson, I'm so grateful for you, and I'm so grateful you're here.
Well, first of all, thanks a lot, everybody, and congratulations for everything that you're doing. And it's my honor to have a chance to talk to you right now. I'm actually in the middle of a Zoom call. It's going 7 hours with some pretty important people for our company. So I broke away because this is actually just as important, if not important. We started this company around 3 words: make people better, but today is about make people happier. Okay. And we feel very honored. The United Nations started the International Day of Happiness about 6 years ago, but we are the company that's lived it and made it happen. Okay. And so, we started the company around 3 words: make people better. Happiness became kind of the soul of the company. We've always believed we're a company that brought great products to people's lives, brought great opportunity, but we also want to bring a great culture. And there's nothing that can be better for a person when they learn. And that's what today's all about, when they learn the power of happiness. Because happiness, most people have everything backwards in their life. They think, when I have my finances, my relationships, my business right, I'll be happy. And it's been proven through massive clinical data and all kinds of scientific data that it's the other way around. If you are happy, then you become healthier. Your finances work better. Your relationships work better. You become more successful. But what people don't know is happiness is a pretty easy thing to obtain. And that's one of the things that we demonstrated at the walls today and around the world, is that's all real about gratitude. You can take a grumpy old man And in 30 days, if he just did 3 gratitudes a day, he would change the way neurons in his brain fire, and he could go from being a grumpy old man to a happy man. So happiness is something that's easy to obtain. It's also, it's not about big things you do, it's about little things you do. And it's really about community more than anything else. And so our goal is today is to change awareness. I love what you said that. If you talk to everybody about happiness, they don't even understand the power of something that's been sitting in front of them the whole time. So our goal as a company of people who live happiness every day is 1 month, and especially 1 day out of every year, let's try and grow the awareness of that happiness is this beautiful thing that basically I believe God gave you, and that can make your life an incredible difference. And people just aren't aware it's there. So we want to make them aware of it. But number 2, just because you're aware of happiness, can it happen in your life unless you can access it? So we formed Live Happy, and Deborah Haas will speak this later on. And they've done a great job. She's a co-founder of Live Happy, and she too has spoken at the United Nations. And we give you the content because most people, just because they're aware, they need to have access to the information. So we are the leading aggregator and creator of content about happiness, and we share it freely with the world, okay? And then the third thing is, if you learn anything about happiness, community is a big part of it. And when you bring a collective group of our kind of people together, they say 2 minds creates a third more powerful mind. Well, 2 happy people create a third more happy person. Well, when you bring in thousands of people together like we're doing today, people become part of the awareness, part of the access, and part of the community. So it's just my honor to have a chance to talk to you. And I just thank you all for carrying the message and being just great ambassadors for us. And I wish I could be with you today, but I get to sit in this meeting on the Zoom calls, okay? So with that, I'll give it back to you guys. Have a blessed and happy day. Appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your time, you being here. It's truly, truly a blessing to be partnered with you. And also Deb Hayes, we'd love to bring you on. She is our co-founder and CEO. And I don't think you're too far. You're over in Dallas, right?
Yeah, I'm in Dallas.
Awesome.
Actually.
We're so glad you could join us today.
Well, I'm excited to be here. This is, my favorite thing in the world to talk about. Yeah, sorry. As Jeff was saying, we founded Live Happy, really at this point 6 years ago. We started this happyacts project, and the first year we had about 30 walls. So 30 in public places. I think we're in 4 countries. Last year we had more than 1,700 walls in public places, schools, people's homes, offices, businesses. But all around one thing, which is sharing with people. We call it a social intervention activity. Sharing with people that they can choose to do things to make themselves happier. Because most people don't realize that happiness is a choice. Happiness is something that you can do. Happiness is something you can practice. I think we've all spent a lot of time working on ourselves professionally and personally and working on personal development. But, really, when we discovered happiness, what we discovered was not only could we improve our, sorry, my children are running up behind me. You're going to see them here in the background. They are getting back from a golf cart ride around the neighborhood. But, there you go. I say hi, everybody. So that should make everybody smile a little bit. But, we started it with the idea of making the world a happier place. And what we discovered when we started looking at happiness is there was a lot of research on it. There was a lot of actual scientific data being done by people at the University of Pennsylvania, a gentleman named Martin Seligman, and other people around the world that really showed that there are things that you could do to improve your overall well-being. And those things are easy. And there are things we should do anywhere. There are things like gratitude. There's things like saying, paying attention to the good things around you, spending the day trying to find the things that are good in life, because our brains are wired to look for the negative. Our brains are wired to say, hey, you know what? Tigers and snakes and bears and whatever else was after us 150 years ago is still after us. We haven't had enough evolutionary time for our brains not to be constantly looking for danger. And I think if you look at what's going on today and you look at the what's going on in the news media, and look at what's going on, and we're all at home, we're all doing what we can to keep the world a safer place. I think it really shows the fear that people are showing right now, and the best way to overcome that fear, the best way to do something is to get on with life and do the things that we know we need to do. And one of those incredible things that you can do is take time to notice what you're grateful for. Take time to share gratitude. I had my kids fill out some of these wonderful I will show happiness by cards earlier today, put up on the wall inside our house, which as you can tell is chaos, which is why I'm outside doing this talk. But one of the things that one of my children wrote on here is he's going to call grandma. And I want to remind everybody today during this time, there's people who normally don't get a lot of social activity who are getting even less today. Take the time to call somebody. Make your happy act today, doing a FaceTime, doing a phone call with someone that you know just needs to hear a human voice and listen. Listening is incredibly important. But, the one thing I want to really make sure that we accomplish today is noticing that there is a lot of good going on. Go to Live Happy's Facebook page. Look at all the walls that are going up. It's easy. Live Happy on Facebook. Go check it out. There's hundreds and thousands of people a day posting walls in their own homes, doing things like this. I appreciate you putting together, this Zoom call so we could share. But really, take the time to notice things today. Take the time to do something. We did a wall at our school last week. Fortunately, the last day of school before spring break, we had 900 children put up, happy acts on the wall. It's unfortunate we can't do that for everybody this year, but go to happyacts.org and there's a digital wall and you can see the happiness that's going on in the world. Really, Jeff said this earlier, we forget that all of our success, all of the goodness in our lives doesn't come because we work hard. Doesn't just come because we put the effort in. Doesn't just come because of that. It comes from the other people in our lives. It comes from the why that we're doing it. And one thing that happiness can do is it can really get you to focus in on your why. And one of the best things about happiness is it's one of the few things that when you share it, it grows. So I want to encourage everybody here to do two things. Call somebody who doesn't normally have social interaction. They need the call today. They're going to need it tomorrow. Do that every day that we're at home. Think about somebody else who's at home alone and give them a call. But also go on happyacts.org. Download your own digital wall if you haven't done so already. Get your kids, get your family to write down what they're going to do to make the world a happier place. Share it with each other. Talk about it. And remember that happiness, your happiness, the happiness in the world is something that we're in control of. And, I wish we could be out there with 2,000 walls in public places this year, but the reality is it may be more important that we're doing it with our families. So thank you for the opportunity to share today. I really appreciate it. And I hope everybody is staying safe, keeping entertained, and, and life will go on as we know it very soon. Thank you.
Oh, Deb, you just said it perfectly. Everything I was thinking and more. So grateful for you as well and for you taking the time to be here with us today. We would love to ask another special guest that I believe is on here with us. Now, she is someone that I have been really watching just take the most incredible leadership role in our company, Neora. And, everything that she is just goes to show how she has grown up as the daughter of Jeff Olson and really just become a star of her own. I would love to introduce here our Chief Sales and Marketing Officer at Neora, Amber Olson Rourke, if you are on.
I'm here, yes.
Oh, thank you. Would love to hear from you, darling.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday, right? I'm like, it's so hard to keep track of what day it is. I cannot believe it's been a week since, things have gone crazy. It feels like a lifetime. But, thank you guys for hopping on here, for, really being a light. I know many of you are participating in your own ways for today. And when you think about it, you look at the emotional scale of every human being, the opposite of fear. So fear is one spectrum of your emotional, at the very bottom, the emotion we don't have. The opposite of it is gratitude. And so the best way in today's environment where people might be feeling uncertainty or fear, the best way we can help them is to help them find ways to focus on what's good and to focus on gratitude. And so I think now more than ever, we have such an obligation and an opportunity and a privilege to help people through these times make that important step to focus on gratitude. And we know from a true scientific psychology standpoint, if we can get people, even for small amounts of time, to focus on what they're grateful for, that can shift them out of that a fear mindset. And so today is a beautiful day for each of you to spread the knowledge that you guys know. You guys now know so much more about happiness and gratitude and all of those things than the average person, right? The average person doesn't get exposed to all of this information, and they might be sitting in a very different place mentally than you are today. And so what an opportunity for us to be the light that this world needs and to help people. And let's have fun. Let's think of fun ways. Technology is a beautiful thing if we use it for beautiful things to engage people in the conversation today, and to help them see that there's ways that they can practice gratitude, spread happiness, and be a light. And I'm so proud of each of you who I know are doing that in your own networks and community. And so thank you guys, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Amber. So grateful for you and everything that you do. Have a beautiful day with your family. And, now what we wanted to do is to call on a couple of people that, even if they are not doing their big happiness walls that they typically do, we wanted them to share what they have done in the past and, what they're kind of doing this year. And the first person I would love to ask to speak is someone that has become family to me, one of my biggest mentors in business, but a dear friend in travel and fun as well. Teresa Walbrink, would you please share a little bit about happiness?
Yes, thank you, Caroline and Stephanie. And Caroline, thank you so much for putting this together. It's phenomenal. I love Zoom. I've loved Zoom for years, and now I especially love Zoom. So a lot of times we actually do a happiness wall. Like last year we did it in front of Barnes and Noble, which was great. And people were like, what do you want to give me? We were just giving away bracelets and they didn't want to take it. Like, what do you want to give me? And we're like, no, we're just so excited to be here. Can you just write something down that you're happy for? And it was a great time. And then I did one in my home, which was phenomenal. I loved it. So we did one in my home and I had everyone come and I had a board up and we put, stickies up as we have done in the past, and everyone wore a little happy. I have my happy shirt on. Hi, happy. Sorry, moving my camera. Okay. And so we'd wear smiley faces and just have fun. And so this year, I'm actually doing a happiness week. So today it starts. I'm having a little get together tonight with my neighbors. There's a bunch of gals, and so we're going to do one tonight. And then on Sunday, I always do family night, which I love. So my family's coming over. My children are not young anymore. I have 5 children, and they have significant others. Just so blessed to have them. And so we're going to put stickies up on the mirror. So I have a big mirror where I typically put the wall. That's what we're using this year. And then actually even before that, my D group, which is my small group at church, we're all getting together on Zoom and we're going to write down what we're grateful for. And I'm going to have them put stickies up and I'm going to put their stickies up on my wall. And so it is just whatever we can do. And I just want to tell this one story, you guys. This was so awesome. So my girlfriend told me that her mom went to the store yesterday. Her mother is a senior citizen and went to the store, and she got in a little early and she couldn't find eggs. And so she looked over at this gal's cart and she had eggs, and there was a gal next to her. And she said, she saw her looking at the eggs and she goes, do you need eggs? And she goes, yes, but they're all gone. She goes, I want you to take mine. And my girlfriend's mother said, no, I can't do that. She goes, no, I want you to take mine. She goes, and I'm paying for your groceries. And then this is so amazing. And then the woman said, and here's $100. I want you to pay for the groceries of the person behind you. And I was just like, oh my gosh, they don't even know it's the International Day of Happiness. And look at what people are doing all over the world. You guys, let's spread the goodness. I'm going to put that on my Facebook wall, that story. I love it. Let's tell of the great things that are going on and the opportunities that we have, and that we get to be outside to work out. And I've got my whole family coming over. We're doing I'm going back into my fitness and nutrition celebration days. Steph, I might be calling you, like giving me some ideas, like, oh yeah, I used to do this, and you know, we've got bands and weights, and guess what? We're going to make it happen. We're going to move. We're going to enjoy what it is that we have. And I want to encourage all of you to go to Happy Acts and look at this. Is 31 ideas for Happy Acts, hashtag Happy Acts. This is on the wall. I laminated this last year, and honestly, I keep it. It's 31 things that we can do that can just like write a hope letter about what you wish to achieve in the next year. That's what we do. How about just writing someone an old-fashioned letter and sending it so they get something positive in the mail? There are so many things we can do, and just to come together as a community of people. I just love each and every one of you. Thank you so, so much for all that you do. And honestly, you guys, this is a time where we get to come together and love life and love one another and show hope and gratitude. Love you guys.
Oh, Teresa, love you so much. And so emotional about the story you shared. And, you know, Jeff Folsom on our call earlier this week said to us leaders that this is our opportunity to shine. And this is why. It's our opportunity to shine, spreading happiness and what we're doing. I want to call one more person to share something that she's done in the past. You know, I've heard so much about this from Linda Lindsay and Anna Camp, but Monique Lopez, would you please share a little bit with us about what you've done?
Good morning, everybody. Yes, I will. First, I got to show you my cup because this is the most important cup today. It says Cup of Happy. So you have to have your coffee in your cup of happy. I'm out here in Southern California, and it's a little sad to not have our wall because we have sunshine today, and we would have all been excited to have the sunshine today to have our wall. But we in Pasadena for the past 5 years have had a happiness wall. It has grown exponentially over the years. Everybody who is part of our team out here or from other teams, everybody comes together and supports and volunteers. And we've had just amazing, just people everywhere in the community coming. The fire department looks forward to it every year. I'm going to have to text the fireman who was so sad. Every year he's like, I look forward to this. And he brings the whole crew over. And we have dancers that teach dance lessons, and they are in, you know, the local community. We have cheerleaders from the local high school come and do performances. I've had a lot of students from the College of Music come over and sing. And we've just, you know, hula hoops. I mean, having the kids, hula hoops that was the hit. You have to have hula hoops wherever you have a wall, even if it's in your home right now. But just to see the community coming together and realizing that this was just for us to share happiness. And we would have people come up to the wall saying, what do you want from us? What do we have to pay? What does it mean? And we're just, you know, all of us, we would just say, we just want you to share happiness. How do you share happiness? And to see the variety of people and the different cultures and the children and the old, you know, the elderly and our parents and our family and our friends coming together has always been just such delight for us to be able to spread that. And, you know, especially right now in these times, we are in a circumstance and we can't allow our circumstances to bring us down. So just like Deb said, it is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Every single thing we do is a choice for the day. And like Teresa says, she has her week of happiness. You know, I'm used to doing little things here and there. So for this year, what I've done is I created an event on Facebook, which is the Happiness Virtual Wall. People from all over have joined the wall. They're posting positivity. They're posting music. I posted previous wall pictures, previous performances. I posted today. I'll be posting a lot more, but it'll be everybody posting how they share happiness and just what they're doing to share the happiness. And from my perspective, you know, we all can do a little. It doesn't mean doing a lot. I mean, we're all here. But I've been doing a Zoom every single day just for people to get together and have a glass of wine or have a cup of coffee and say, hey, and it went from 3 people to like 7 yesterday. And today at 5 o'clock, if anybody wants to join, we're having happy hour for Friday, 5 o'clock. But my neighbor had a baby and I made a bowl of soup and I put it on the wall so she could get the bowl of soup, you know, for her and her family. My mom and dad are at home. They can't go anywhere. My mom loves it. My dad hates it. And I ordered pizza for them yesterday. They shouldn't have pizza, but it was a special treat. And my mom called me and said it was the best thing that's ever happened to her because the pizza was delivered and she didn't have to do anything. So think of those things that you can do for the people in your community and people around you, because we all need that right now, especially with this amazing day today. Just encourage you to look at this as an opportunity to share with other people and get on those Zooms with people, call people. And I'm looking forward to 6 months from now when we can actually do a live wall and make up for today, because I'm going to do a live wall going forward. So I think we all need to plan on doing a live wall before the end of the year, because all this will go away and we can do it and we can share what we have to share. So thank you for letting me get on. I appreciate you, and everybody have a wonderful day today.
Oh, Monique, you're amazing. And absolutely, we're planning on doing our usual live wall here in the Bay Area. And I've gotten so many ideas from you. Wow. Thank you for sharing. I'd love to ask, if you have a happiness wall behind you, show it in the camera. You know, I would love for anybody to see. Steph is going to do a gallery view. If you're doing anything at home already, Post-its, happiness, you know, show it in the camera. We'd love for people to just be able to see what you can do at home, even if you are there on your own, with your family, with your kids. I love it. Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh. That's
even just using your refrigerator, right? I mean, you can put it anywhere, truly anywhere. And for those of you that are still on, if you have a first responder in your family, nurses, firefighters, doctors, we thank you. We so appreciate you. I am so very grateful for each and every one of you for being here today. And yeah, my older two children are on the front lines. One is working with the moms and babies at Baylor downtown, and then my son is he's a firefighter. So they're out there helping. But my youngest, who I'm joined by, it's actually his birthday today. And I believe we have another lady who has a birthday today, or her son has a birthday today, her grandson, Crew. So if I'm going to go ahead and unmute everybody, it's going to be chaos for just a second, but I would love it.
okay. It's good chaos.
It's great chaos. I would love it if you guys would join me in singing happy birthday to our boys today.
Just so you know.
And I don't sing, so everybody's unmuted. I'm going to start it, but I need some help.
Hi, Brock.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Brock.
That was interesting, right? I'm sure there was many delays all over the place. Caroline, you want to close this out?
So amazing.
Just said Brock.
Gosh, you guys, I mean, talk about making lemonade out of lemons. 10. For this young boy turning 10, what a special thing for it to be on International Day of Happiness. I bet you he will never forget this birthday party. Go out and spread happiness, you guys. Go share with at least one person that today is International Day of Happiness. Make someone's day. So grateful for all of you. Love you guys so much. Until next time. Mwah.
Thank you all so much. Love you.
Love you, Stephanie,
Thank you for doing this.
Caroline. Thank
you.
Love you.
Super fun.
Live happy.
Thank you.